Egypt hosts an urgent Arab summit on February 27th to address Palestinian developments. $316 trucks enter Gaza from Egypt amid ceasefire agreement. And Egypt's health insurance to cover 100% of citizens by 2030. You're watching the latest updates from Egypt on Qnews. Let's move to the latest developments. Egypt has announced that it will host an urgent Arab summit in Cairo on February 27th. In a statement by the Foreign Ministry, the summit is coordinated with Bahrain, the current Arab League chair, and the League's General Secretariat. Egypt has also consulted extensively with Arab nations, including Palestine, which requested the summit. The meeting aims to address recent critical developments concerning the Palestinian cause, reflecting unified Arab efforts to confront escalating challenges in the region. Assistant Secretary General of the Arab League, Hussam Zaki, has confirmed that discussions are underway at various levels to convene an emergency Arab summit on the latest developments in Gaza. He further emphasized the urgent need for a unified Arab stance to address the crisis and formulate a clear response. Arab League Secretary General Ahmed Abul has firmly rejected Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's remarks on relocating Palestinians to Saudi Arabia, describing them as entirely detached from reality. He reaffirmed that a Palestinian state can only be established on Palestinian soil with East Jerusalem as its capital. Abul stressed that such comments undermine peace efforts and disregard international consensus on the Palestinian cause. Egypt will host an urgent Arab summit in Cairo on February 27, 2025 to address critical developments in the Palestinian crisis. The summit, coordinated with Bahrain and the Arab League, aims to unify Arab efforts amid escalating regional challenges.
Egypt has announced it will host an urgent Arab summit in Cairo on February 27, 2025 to address critical developments concerning the Palestinian cause. The summit, organized in coordination with Bahrain, the current Arab League chair, and the League's General Secretariat, follows extensive consultations with Arab nations, including Palestine, which formally requested the meeting. This initiative reflects a unified Arab effort to confront growing threats to regional stability. The summit coincides with Egypt's earlier commitment to hosting a Gaza reconstruction conference in collaboration with the United Nations. Foreign Minister Badr Abdel-Ati underscored the urgency of mobilizing international and UN support for Palestinians in Gaza, emphasizing the need to restore essential services, facilitate early recovery, and rehabilitate war-damaged infrastructure. This reinforces Egypt's leadership in peace efforts and its steadfast support for Palestinian resilience. In a related development, Egypt strongly condemned Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's recent proposal to establish a Palestinian state on Saudi Arabian territory. describing the remarks as irresponsible and a violation of Saudi sovereignty, international law, and the UN Charter. Egypt reaffirmed that Saudi sovereignty is a red line and called on the global community to denounce such provocations. Egypt remains resolute in rejecting the displacement of Palestinians, asserting that a Palestinian state must be established on Palestinian soil, with East Jerusalem as its capital. The upcoming summit and Egypt's diplomatic efforts underscore its commitment to countering destabilizing rhetoric and advancing justice and stability for the Palestinian people.
Al-Qahira News Channel has reported that 15 fuel trucks have entered Gaza from Egypt. The channel also confirmed that 368 trucks carrying medical and food supplies have crossed into Gaza through the Kerem Abu Salem and Al-Auja border crossing. The aid delivery coincides with the ongoing ceasefire and its implementation efforts. Egyptian Foreign Minister Badr Abdulhadi has traveled to the United States for talks with senior U.S. officials and members of the Congress. The visit aims to strengthen bilateral relations and the strategic partnership between the two countries while continuing consultations on key regional developments. Egyptian Foreign Minister Badr Abdulhadi has reaffirmed Egypt's commitment to strengthening cooperation with Hungary, particularly in joint manufacturing and industrial localization. During a phone call with his Hungarian counterpart, the two ministers discussed key regional issues, including the situation in Gaza and the West Bank, Egypt's mediation efforts for a ceasefire, security in the Red Sea, and stability in the Sahel and Sahara region. They also explored trilateral cooperation in Africa. Egypt has welcomed the formation of Lebanon's new government following a decree by President Joseph Aoun. In an official statement, the Foreign Ministry described the move as an important step towards a new phase fulfilling the aspirations of the Lebanese people while working to restore Lebanon's sovereignty, unity, security, and stability. Egyptian Foreign Minister Badr Abdulhadi met with participants of the third edition of the Youth Diplomacy Program organized by the Ministry of Youth and Sports. During the meeting, Abdulhadi reviewed the latest regional developments and highlighted Egypt's efforts to support regional security and stability while safeguarding national security. He emphasized that the Foreign Ministry and all state institutions remain committed to protecting national interests in addressing key challenges. Egyptian Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli has directed governors to monitor essential goods in markets and take measures to stabilize prices, especially with Ramadan approaching. Chairing a Governors' Council meeting, Madbouli stressed the importance of tracking commodity price daily and ensuring coordinated efforts between the government, private sector and charitable organizations to support vulnerable families during the holy month. Minister of Health and Population Khaled Abdel Ghaffar confirmed that health insurance will cover 100% of citizens by 2030. During the opening session of the annual Forum for Comprehensive Health Insurance Authority, the health minister emphasized that the main strategic goal is building Egyptian citizens and enhancing their well-being is to provide exceptional and high-quality health services. He further highlighted the progress of the program, noting that health insurance coverage for the population has reached 78% so far, with a total annual cost of 10 billion Egyptian pounds. Minister of Housing Sharif Sherbini affirmed the ministry's commitment to developing cities as economic and investment hubs, including New Suez City. The minister reaffirmed that a comprehensive vision is essential to maximize its potential and add numerous advantages given the region's significant investment opportunities, as per the statement. Spanish ambassador to Egypt Alvaro Iranzo has praised the National Council for Women, the NCW, for its efforts to supporting and empowering women, particularly in the economic sector. During a meeting with the NCW head Amal Amar, the two officials discussed strengthening cooperation on women's empowerment, focusing on combating violence, increasing female participation in tourism, and enhancing social and economic opportunities. Amar highlighted Egypt's initiative, including the launch of the National Strategy for Empowering Egyptian Women 2030, which aligns with the Sustainable Development Goals and Egypt's Vision 2030. Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli confirmed that the state has spent 51 billion Egyptian pounds to improve services and infrastructure for the first phase of the Universal Health Insurance System, covering 6 million citizens. In his speech at the annual forum of the Comprehensive Health Insurance Authority, the Prime Minister emphasized that the state needs 115 billion Egyptian pounds to enhance the efficiency of hospitals in the second phase of the Universal Health Insurance System. The General Authority for the Suez Canal Economic Zone has signed a strategic 25-year partnership agreement with the consortium of two companies, EG Trans and Nafith International, to develop and operate a smart truck yard at West Portside Port with an investment of £250 million. The project is scheduled to launch trial operations in 6 months, followed by full-scale operations within a year. This initiative is set to enhance logistics efficiency and streamline truck movements while leveraging advanced digital technology. The new facility aims to reduce congestion, improved operational efficiency, and enhance overall traffic flow in and around the port, reinforcing its position as a key logistic hub in the region. The Egyptian Stock Exchange, the EGX, has teamed up with European Bank for Reconstruction and Development, EBRD, on a project designed to enhance market liquidity. The initiative will focus on assessing liquidity in the EGX and identifying strategies to boost market efficiency. Key actions include enhancing liquidity, support institutions, increasing financial instruments, and improving trading and hedging strategies. It also aims to strengthen mechanisms like security lending, easier access to lendable shares, and better hedging tools. That brings us to the end of our news bulletin. Here is what we've been covering. Egypt hosts an urgent Arab summit on February 27th to address Palestinian developments. 316 aid trucks enter Gaza from Egypt amid ceasefire agreement. And Egypt's health insurance to cover 100% of citizens by 2030. That's all for now. Remember to stay updated by following Qnews for the latest developments. Many thanks for watching.